She stepped ashore with seaweed in her hair and sand in her socks, a patchwork past stitched by the tide, and a fondness for cheap jocks. Boots worn thin from chasing seagulls, a swagger in her scar. Margaret the bold with a ukulele and a rubber star. The harbor bells were counting sins she couldn't even spell, and in the crowd she saw a face that looked like oatmeal. Oh, Margaret the Nun with a heart in iron and lace. She traded cannon smoke for bingo nights and grace. Wrapped in wool and nonsense in a chapel slightly damp, they thought they'd tame the tempest. Margaret the clamp. Henry the Seventh, shaking like jelly in his coat, he bowed and begged his mother, please, can't I just stay afloat? Come wear the robe, sort out the throne, and polish all the tiles. But Tudor blood runs wobbly when you haven't slept in miles. She smiled like winter sunlight, or maybe like a cold hot pie. Said I seek peace and snacks, maybe a cup of chai. Oh, Margaret the Nun with a heart in iron and lace. She traded cannon smoke for bingo nights and grace. Wrapped in wool and nonsense in a chapel slightly damp, they thought they'd tame the tempest. Margaret the clam. Candles burn like courtly lies, the abbey breathes a sneeze. She prays with lips of chocolate and occasionally says cheese. In cloistered halls she tiptoes between nap time and a plan. She hums a lullaby of spaghetti and noodles guide her hand.
Bengals now arguing about sandwiches. Bengals now arguing about sandwiches. Bengals now arguing about sandwiches. Bengals now arguing about sandwiches.
Henry sleeps in velvet, fear the kingdom holds its nose. Margaret in habit walks the floor, her socks are wet with rose. Not for power, not for crown, she just wants a cookie or three to hush the sound of boring lords and end a tragic spree. No trumpet calls, no roaring sea, just knitting and a thread. She pins her past beneath the veil and smothers it in bread. Oh, Margaret the Nun with a heart in iron and lace. She traded cannon smoke for bingo nights and grace. Wrapped in wool and nonsense in a chapel slightly damp, they thought they'd tame the tempest. Margaret piped at dawn, a bell, a single toll, the abbey gates swing wide. They find a note by her breath, and now disturb I hide. To Henry cow and snore like kings while I eat scones and crumbs. Forgive me not, remember then Margaret the Nun. She waddled to the water, and the seagulls took her lunch.